Okay, here we have it. You got your main menu. You got register button for new registering and login for new login. If you try and log in with a login that doesn't exist, it says username doesn't exist, and you get another attempt to try a login. You can open and close that as many times as you want. Register's the same. If you switch between the two, it basically allows you to change, and it gets rid of the old instance, so obviously you don't end up with multiple instances open. So if we just register with Danny, it will then ask for a password. Put in pass. There you go. User created is Danny. I need to straighten this up a bit, but you can see what I mean. So now what we can do is we can log in. We can go Danny and pass, and we're now logged in as Danny. So now we've got the server page. I've only been messing around with server 1 at the moment, but I can just duplicate that over to 2 and to 3 at a later date. So if we click on server 1, it says we're logged in as Danny, and we've got a character name, which is blank at the moment. And then we've got all these things that allow us to change. So the first thing we do is we click rename, and we're allowed to change the name. So I'm going to type in Dan, press enter, character's name is now Dan. If I want to change it again, I can, just like so. Next one is the gender. Now the gender was a little difficult because the shape of the head, the skin colour, the eyes and the mouth all need to link in with what gender it is. Because as you know, like the shape of the head will be specific to either men or women. So you couldn't say, for instance, have a woman with a man's figure and face and stuff. So as you change this, a lot of the structure changes, but then that allows you to create a female or an actual male. So we've got this little button here. You've probably noticed that this bar down here changes as well. That's because when you're playing as a male, you get, I think it's about 8 different types of mouths, whereas when you play as a female, there's 10 different types of mouths, so that's why that bar changes. So we go as a female, we can choose the shape of the face and the body. I haven't made this as a draggy bar yet, I'm just making it as a click button to start off with, because it makes things a bit simpler. You can change your skin colour. You can change the eyes, and you can change the mouth. That's pretty much all I've got done at the moment. It's a work in progress, but it all kind of works relative. So for instance, if I go a very dark person and go female, it becomes a dark female. And obviously if I change the eyes as well to wide eyes, then when I change to female, she has wide eyes. So it all links in with one another. There are still a few glitches, like as you can see the mouth is different from what the starting mouth should be. But I'll get there. It's just a few lines of code that are different. Everything that I've done in here, like the login name and the character name, the gender, the shape of their face, the skin colour, the eyes and the mouth, that's all saved in a separate document, so that for instance when we go to make a character that walks around and stuff, we can use these variables to create the character sprite that walks around. So for instance, if we get some armour, we could use these thingies and then put a armour over the top of these variables, if that makes sense. And also if we're having a conversation or whatever, we can generate this image using the variables that we've got in there for when there's conversations going on or cutscenes or stuff, if we're going to throw them in. That's pretty much all I've done for the moment. Obviously if you close down the game and then you start up the game, you've got the login screen still, and you can log in with users that you've already created. However, the character thing doesn't stay as of yet because I've not implemented the save feature in there yet. What I want to do is finish this off first, and once I finish this off, then have a continue button or a save button. Then when you click that, that's when all this gets saved into a document ready to open up next time. And then the next time, when you click server 1, rather than being taken to this character creation screen, you'll click server 1 and it will see that there is already a character in existence and load you straight into the game. This screen will only ever appear if there is not a character previously present. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I've really done at the moment. It's not fantastic, but then I've been stuck on a few bits of lines of code, and obviously I'm a bit rusty as well, so if there's anything that you need me to put in here or that you would like me to change, then let me know. I mean, obviously these imageries and the rename imageries and things like that, they're editable. I mean, the font's changeable, everything's, you know, changeable. It's just I'm using temporary things until we get some proper sprites. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you later.